What is up, guys? It's James Malins here, your wisdom guide here on YouTube, and today we're going to be talking about 10 things that you may not have known about the law of attraction. Now, there's plenty of people out there preaching it, which is awesome, love it, it's great to get the message out there. However, it's also important to take into account certain parts about the law of attraction that you may not have understood. Now, number one, which is the first part about the law of attraction, is you have to have your inner foundations correct. If you do not believe in yourself, if you think that you're worthless, if you think that you'll never amount to anything, if you think that, everybody else is successful just because they have this magical quality about them, then you won't be able to use the law of attraction the way you can truly use it. Because one of the biggest principles about the law of attraction is that it works whether you think negatively and it works whether you think positively. So it's important for you to understand that when it comes to the law of attraction, you have to be dead set on yourself and work on yourself and your inner mind before you start to look at manifesting and bringing things into your life. Number two, there are no limits to the law of attraction. When it comes to the law of attraction, you can manifest and bring into your life anything that you want. You want a new partner, you want to start a family, you want to get married, you want to have money, you want to get a better job. All of these things you can do because when you put your mind to it and you imagine it, you have the desire, super key word there for you, when you have the desire to attain something and to get something, everything else in the world moves out of the way for you. And of course, for the people who say like, oh, that's really cute, James, what about me being able to fly? Yeah, I get it, alright, maybe we can't fly through the air, but on the realistic level, right, and it's not a word that I like, but on a realistic level, when it comes to the things that we want to attain in life, it's absolutely possible. Why do you think that Bill Gates is a billionaire? Why do you think that Jeff Bezos is a billionaire? Why do you think that J.K. Rowling was able to make Harry Potter the way she was because she had an unshakable belief and a desire to make it happen. Number three, your inner feelings. In order for the law of attraction to work, you have to understand the way you feel inside. Because sometimes you're going to be wanting to attain something. You're going to want to get something, maybe a new car, or maybe you want to go and meet someone, or maybe you want to manifest an ex-boyfriend. And, a lot of people want to do that. That's absolutely fine. But if inside you feel worried that it's going to be the same as it was before, you feel worried that the fact that he cheated on you, that it's going to be, he's going to cheat on you again, and the same goes for women. If you're feeling that deep down inside, that's going to affect your ability to manifest. That's going to affect your ability to draw and attract these things into your life. Because the universe is giving you what you want. You have to listen to what is inside. Because if you have any doubt, any fear, any worries, it's all going to affect your ability to attract, and 99% of the time it's going to repel what you actually want, or it's going to give it to you laced with a load of other backlash and stuff that you never really wanted in the first place. Number four, similar to what we just said, abolish doubt. You have to get rid of doubt altogether, because when you're doubting yourself, or you're doubting your resolve, or you're doubting that you're able to do it, it is going to be pushing away what you truly want. You want to be believing it, understanding that you can do it because you are capable. I have always said this, that every single one of us is capable of everything we want to do. We just have to realize it. And if you're doubting yourself and you don't believe in you, and I'm not talking about anything exterior, I'm not talking about believing in this or that or this. If you do not believe in yourself and your ability to attain it and achieve it, it's going to be very, very difficult, and you're going to be repelling instead of attracting. Number five. Now, this one is mainly for the people who are a little bit skeptical about the law of attraction. They don't quite know how it works, and they might think it's a little bit of magic, and wizards do it and witches do it and all this kind of thing. You have to open your mind. You've got to open your mind to the idea. Because, and here's a really, really good point for you. Do you think that people said Newton was insane when he discovered gravity? Do you think that Pythagoras was insane when he realised that the world was round? Absolutely. People doubted these people, but they were absolutely correct. And you see, this is what we've got to do. We've got to open our mind to the concept and to what is out there. And that doesn't mean you listen to absolutely everything and anything, but don't criticise or don't attack anybody that's pushing anything, because you may very well be wrong. And I learned that the hard way a long time ago. Number six. You are a vibration. Now, this is going to go against a lot of conventional science, and I know that there'll be a few comments down below, which is absolutely fine. I love having the debate. I love having chatting with you guys. So please feel free to comment that down below. We are a vibration. We don't amount to particles and all these kind of things. We are a vibration within ourselves. And there's been many different scientific studies that have proved this. We are a vibration, and our feelings are reciprocated throughout the world? Have you ever been sat with somebody and all of a sudden they say something exactly as you're thinking it? That's not coincidence. Have you ever been in the presence of somebody and you feel a little bit bad and you ask them and all of a sudden you found out they've had terrible news and you're feeling their energy? That's because we're all a vibration, we're all an energy. And when we can actually understand that, we realise that when we're giving off a certain energy, we're going to be attracting a certain energy. So if you want a beautiful partner who is going to support you, who's going to be there for you, who's going to do for you, then start supporting other people, being there for other people and doing for other people without thinking about yourself. Number 7, and this is probably the most important point out of these 10 right now. You have to work for it. And that doesn't mean you've got to spend 18 hours a day grinding and grafting and what a lot of other people will say. That's entirely up to you how hard you want to work for it, but you have to work for it. The law of attraction isn't something where you put your credit card into a machine and just loads of money comes out. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to work. As soon as you have a desire, as soon as you have a want, as soon as you have something that you want to get and you want to attain, you've got to put the work in, If you're desiring it, then you're going to go out there, you're going to message somebody, and you're going to find somebody who's meant to be with you and who's meant to help you along your journey. You're probably going to go out on the street, you'll speak to one person and you'll get talking, and all of a sudden you're lifelong friends for 10 years. Or you'll go to your local supermarket and you'll be in the vegetable aisle, and all of a sudden you bump into somebody and then you end up marrying them and having children. The possibilities are endless, but you have to work for it. For a lot of people that want to manifest a partner and you're sitting at home all day long, chances are it's not quite going to happen. I'm not saying it won't, I'm always open minded. I'm not saying it won't, but you have to understand that your chances are going to be increased if you use the manifestation, you use the imagination, you use the desire, and then go out and put it into practice and go out and expose yourself to the world. The world wants to see you. Regardless of the haters, regardless of the bullies, regardless of the people that are going to be attacking you and saying bad things to you, the world wants to see you and it wants to be exposed to you. I always love hearing and seeing and being around people that are interesting, they're the same as me, that I want to know more about them, and there will be someone out there who's like that just for you. Number 8, things don't always go to plan, and that's absolutely fine. I'm going to give you an example of this right now, and here's a little story. I was living away for last year for around 9 months, and I actually ended up manifesting coming home in a way that I didn't think was going to happen. Every single day I was writing down that I want to be back with my parents, I'm going to be back with my dog, and I want to be back with all of these other things, and I attained it, but in a way that I didn't think was going to happen. Everything else failed out there. So what you have to realise is that when we're manifesting, sometimes it doesn't go the way we see it in our mind, but it is still putting you on that path and it's still pushing you on that journey to attain what it is you truly desire. Because the path isn't a straight line. The path is going up, down, left and right. It's going all around the place. There's probably 10 different paths, all in a line, up and down in a cube, and all these other kind of crazy things, because the world is absolutely infinite. There are infinite possibilities, anything can happen, and what you want is yours if you consistently persist to go and attain it. But just remember, if something doesn't go the way you plan, bear with it, stick with it, because eventually when you'll be able to look back over your life, you'll realise, hey, this is exactly why it didn't go the way I saw it the first time, but it still came around and it gave me exactly what I want. Number 9, learn to love. And this isn't just loving yourself, it's not just loving people and the people around you, it is loving everything. I'm talking about loving the fact that there's trees outside, loving the grass that's on the floor, loving the air that you're breathing in. And yes, I know it might sound a little bit, crazy and all, whatever, but it's super important to do that because it builds a level of appreciation inside of yourself. When you're waking up in the morning, look at the fact that you have 2 hands, and if you don't, look at your 2 feet, and if you don't have that, see through your eyes, and if you don't have that, hear with your ears. Because certain points of life, we're all going to lose something, or we're all going to miss something, but you've still got something to appreciate, and that's the most important thing. If you're looking at your life, you're constantly upset and you're constantly depressed and you're down that you don't have this and you don't have that and you don't have a nice car and you don't have, the brand new phone and all this stuff, you're going to be missing out on some of the important things that are going to give your life fulfillment and are going to make you feel better about yourself. So make sure to take some time out. Go and walk down the street, marvel at the fact that you have a pavement to walk on. Look at the fact that there are houses and buildings and people everywhere, and you've got clothes on your body. And if you don't have clothes on your body, then, look at the feet, the shoes that are on your feet, or go and get a drink, or go and drink it. And there's always something that you'll be able to be appreciative for. So remember, learn to love not just yourself, not just the people around you, but everything that is in this world. And number 10, and this right now, number 10 is the pinnacle, the most important thing that you can and have to do in the law of attraction, and that is use your imagination. And for those of you that say you don't have an imagination, you're not very creative, I guarantee you, you are. When we're dreaming, when we're thinking about things, when we're trying to piece things together, you are using your imagination. All you've got to do is tap into that. And if you feel like you can't do it, then Google it. Try and research how to build your imagination. Try to go and find creative classes around you, art classes, all these different ways where people are expressing themselves through their imagination and trying to put it on paper and putting it in different ways. You will be able to improve this. And let me tell you, if you want to manifest anything in your life, if you want to get or achieve or do anything of a high goal, you have to be able to use your imagination to see yourself there. Because if you cannot see yourself there, how on earth can you expect to be given the gift that will be your goals and your dreams in the future? You have to be able to see and feel yourself there and be able to smell, hear, whatever it is. Imagine you want a brand new car. Imagine yourself sat in the driver's seat, your hands on the steering wheel. Imagine smelling if it's leather in the car. Imagine looking around at the dials and touching them and feeling the metal and feeling the wood that's in the car, or the fact that you could be able to put the key in the ignition. Whatever you need to do, make sure that you do it, because this is super important. All of these aspects, all of the 10 keys and the 10 things that you may not have known about the law of attraction in this video are going to help you to better understand it and then use it in your life. So from the absolute bottom of my heart, I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure that you click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you like this video. You know the deal, you know how it is. It's going to help me to grow. I'm going to be able to help you more and more and more, and be able to get you to the point in your life where you're living your life to the absolute fullest of your potential. So for myself, James Malins, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Quick mic test just to make sure that the video is working, just to make sure that the audio is working. And that I'm stood in the right position, actually.